Alright fellas, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making a video about this 81 Ford Fairmont. This is not a very common casting. As you can see, it has a lot of details. There is a version of this from the 80s. You could get them on eBay from around $6 or $7, I think, but not in very good conditions. For this custom, I wanted all the windshields and everything to be kind of perfect. This thing apparently came out in 2017 with this series. I never got to see it in the store. If you did, let me know in the comments. It's got the 50th Hot Wheels logo there. So let's crack this open so we could show you what I'm planning on doing to this car. I'll be back. Alright, the car is out of the blister. This thing got very nice detail. It's got a cool paint job. Check it out. It's got the tail lights already painted, so I don't have to bother with that. Metal base. A1 Ford Fairmont. So what I'm planning to do with this car is I want to convert it into a Redline. I got everything I'm going to use in this video. I'm going to leave a link down in the video description. So this is a straight bearing axle, which will take an old school Redline wheel. For this car, I want to use what they call deep dish. Try to fit. Oh, that fell. Always happens. I get another one. There it is. I guess you can pretty much see why they call it dip dish. Yeah, they look about the perfect size for the rear. These big ones. So what I'm not really sure right now is the axle. I think this axle might be too big. There it is. I bought this all at the same time, so I didn't actually know what size to get. I think it's gonna be way too big. So I'm most likely either gonna have to modify this or get new ones. So that's basically the plan. If I do get new ones, I'll let you know in the next clip of this video. So right now what we have to do is drill this car apart, strip the paint, and before we start painting, I want to make sure the axle and wheels go in the car perfectly. I don't want to fiddle around with the car after it has been painted. So for now, I'm going to drill it apart, take the paint off, and just make sure the axle, how that one looks. If not, I'm going to have to go buy something shorter. Okay. Alright fellas, welcome back. So I got the base here, the chassis. Check out the axles. See, as you can see, they are way too big for regular or the more common size cars nowadays. Maybe on a Redline, an original Redline, the base is wider, and on the real old ones with suspension, if you haven't seen one of my old videos, the axle kind of curves. You're gonna have to see one of my old videos to see one of those axles. But maybe something like this might fit another type of car. So this axle, it's not gonna work for this. project. As you can see, it's way too big. So I got a confession to make. It's actually been a week and I ordered another one. Now on the listing, it did not mention anything about clear red lines. I'm not going to use them, but it's cool that I got them for free. So I'm going to leave you the link of where I got this axle. And again, the description doesn't say anything about this. It could be just a gift for me. I did buy this, so maybe he doesn't send the plastic or clear wheels to everybody, so just keep that in mind. Now this one, check it out, fits perfect. It's a perfect size. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put a little dab here in the middle, glue it in place, and since I don't want to wait until it dries completely, I'm just gonna hit it with some baking soda and it turns the glue into a rock. It dries real quick. With this one, since it's a gel, it's still gonna be soft inside, but I guess it's gonna be stable enough for me to put the car back together. So I'm gonna glue this together and I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. Check it out. So everything should go back smoothly. Like I said, I like to use the gel type, because if you use crazy glue tends to run everywhere, and you run the chance of getting crazy glue on the bearing, and we don't want that. So that's why I use this. You can use epoxy, like the 2-part epoxy also. I've used it in the past, but it takes a while for it to dry completely. This, like I mentioned before, it does get hard because of the baking soda, but since it's the gel's too soft inside. But a couple minutes and it's done. So we got that done. We got the interior here. We got the 256 button head screws here, which there's also a link in the video description. And check it out. So I gave this car a green color. Got the details here in the front, and cool thing about this is it already had the tempos of the rear. Doesn't have anything in the front because the headlights are covered. I could paint every little hole black, give it a little more detail, but we're gonna hold up on that one for now. So I'm gonna put everything together, make sure that these little tab right here fit perfect without bothering any of the glue, which essentially you could have just put this back together without any glue, since this is going to hold the axle in place. I just like to use glue so they don't move around, but as you can see here, once I put everything together, this is actually holding down the axle. And check it out. So I'm gonna put it together and I'll be back. And there you have it, my friends. If you did not know, these red lines, I think I mentioned that before in the beginning of the video, they come in 3 sizes. So you got the big here in the back. That's the medium size, and then there is a small, this side right here. So it depends on the casting. So this pack that I bought brought 2 of the big ones for the medium and 2 of the small ones. I will also leave a link in the video description so you can check it out. So I've been thinking about what to call this car, and of course everybody knows the Sweet 16, which are the original 16 cars. So I'm gonna call this the Sweet 17, and since it wasn't originally, of course the original 16s were produced 67, 68. This is an 81 Fairmont, but you know, it's to go with the theme. I'm gonna call it the Sweet 17 81 Ford Fairmont. I'm gonna take pictures and I'm gonna put them right now. Hope you like the video. Please share it. Please leave a like. That helps a lot. Subscribe to the channel and prepare yourself for some nice pictures.